I have the best job in the world because every day I get to meet brilliant people who are doing groundbreaking work in all sorts of areas. Today we're visiting a speech pathologist. So this is an ultrasound testing of pronunciation?
Yes, so if we place this ultrasound probe underneath your chin, if you do ta-ta-ta for me,
Ta-ta-ta.
there's the tip of your tongue. And if you were to do ka-ka-ka,
Ka-ka-ka.
there's the back of your tongue. And if you were to do and actually that is what we work on, and we think that that's why R is such a challenging sound for so many children.
Well, I have to tell you, I have personal experience of that. My older brother's name is Richard. To this day is known in our family as Witchard, because that was how I used to pronounce his name.
And did you see a speech pathologist?
I did see a speech pathologist. I had to do a lot of tongue curling, as I recall.
Yeah, that doesn't help with speech, actually.
It didn't help me. So let me ask you something. Is this misarticulation or difference in articulation?
That's an excellent question. It varies with the dialect, with the region and the social group. Of course, in British English, saying is not considered misarticulation. But when we're talking about children who are in North America who are surrounded by speakers who use sounds, then typically there's something, whether it's a perceptual difference or a motor development issue, that's preventing them from converging on the pronunciation of their environment. Here, these are MRI images of a bunch of different typical adults all sustaining the R sound, and what you'll see is that for every speaker there's a different tongue shape. So there's no one correct way to say R, and when we bring children in, we show them this poster actually, and we say everyone's R is different and you need to find the R that's a fit for you, and we'll try out different things and see what works.
And I would imagine that every language's R's tongue shape is different too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So R sounds are highly variable across languages.
And so what is it that makes an R an R? If an R is so different in French, Hebrew, English, Italian, in all of these different languages. Rien, je ne regrette rien, grazie, grazie tanto, erev tov. Really? In what sense are they all an R?
To be honest, it's a bit of an unresolved question linguistically. So we know that something is relating all of these sounds, but nobody has been able to pinpoint either in articulation or in the acoustics what is the commonality. We know that there's something there, but we haven't quite pinned down what it is.
Can you tell me a little bit about the development of the app and for whose use it's really designed?
Absolutely. The biggest limitation that we have with biofeedback, so using this instrumentation to enhance speech therapy, speech pathologists can't get their hands on it. It's not really practical for most
people
clinicians.
To have an ultrasound machine, yes.
Exactly. So there are other ways to provide biofeedback, real-time information about speech, and one of them is just to show the acoustic signal of speech. So this is a real-time linear predictive coding spectrum, or LPC spectrum, and you can see it moving around as I talk, but if I sustain different sounds, then you'll see it hold in place. So I can say E, Ah. So if I were a child who misarticulated the R sound, I might say something like, and the third peak is all the way up there. But if I transition from that sound into an sound, you'll see it move all the way over to join up with the second peak, like Everything in this app currently is focused around the R sound because that's really the pain point for speech therapists. But really any sound that you can sustain could be targeted with this same display.
That's totally fascinating, and it's also fantastic to have a sort of form of synesthesia, to be able to see what you sound like.
Exactly. By giving this different display, this different angle of insight, we hope to provide a way for the child to gain more conscious control over this typically automatic act of speech production.
This is wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing this.